Well, here we are. It's what, Wednesday, and time to report back to the district about what we did this week. I'm going to take off my usual somber, all that serious business about the budget and all that. Yeah, you're probably as dead as I am to that kind of stuff, all right? It numbs your mind. So here's what I didn't do. As chair of the Judiciary Committee, I have the gatekeeper function. I get to decide which bills, as they come over from the House, we want to hear and put up for a vote. And some don't, and that means they get killed, all right? I kill them. I have to do that a lot because there's so many of them, all right? I killed a couple of bills that I actually would have voted for this time. They were reasonable bills, but I got very tired of being reasonable. They're bills about guns. We've been reasonable in the past, and I pointed out to the proponents of these bills, we liberals have voted unanimously, and if you don't mind, I'm going to read some of these things because there's 6, 8 of them. Bills that we passed that were perfectly reasonable accommodations to the gun lobby, all right? In 2000, we took $3 from the $10 late renewal fee to go to hunter safety programs. Cool, I like that. In 03, we recognized other states' concealed pistol licenses if they recognize ours, reciprocity. Unanimous vote, almost unanimous. 48-0 in the Senate, 93-2 in the House. First one was unanimous. In 09, we allowed foreign visitors to have concealed pistol licenses free, compliments of the state of Washington. Why they would want CPLs, I don't know, but all right, we did that. Same year, we exempted military service members from a $10 late fee. If you're in Afghanistan, Iraq, someplace, and you want to get your concealed pistol license in Washington State re-upped, and you're late because the mail's slow, ordinarily you'd pay a $10 late fee, but we give that up. It's good for the soldiers. Same year, 2009, we said that a retired law enforcement officer is deemed to satisfy the federal NICS check, the background check. They probably already would. It's fair. We were being reasonable. In 11, just last year, listen to this. The crime of using, and I had a problem with this one, the crime of using a contrivance or device for suppressing sound. It's a flash suppressor or noise suppressor on a firearm, it's a crime, is amended to exempt the use of a suppressor that's okay under federal law. So if the federal law says you can do it, we're going to go along with that. Suppressors can be used in crime. I was cheesy about it, but I voted with it, okay? I'm sorry. Same year, last year, correctional personnel and community corrections officers who've completed the government-sponsored law enforcement firearms training are deemed to be exempt from the restrictions on carrying a concealed weapon. In other words, they don't need to have a concealed weapons permit. All of these are reasonable bills, and all of these passed either unanimously or with votes like 88-4 in the House, 92-4 in the House. Most of them were unanimous in the Senate, 47-0. So these two bills come along just last week, and I said, I'm tired of being reasonable. We've been reasonable, look at this. And yet we want a bill, talk about reasonable, that would at least close the loophole in the Brady Act, the federal act, where Congress carves out to the states the issue to go with a federal background check or without for guns that are sold at gun shows, okay? I would like to have the background check in there so that felons from, among other places, Southeast Seattle, don't get to go 25 miles away, buy any number of guns, no questions asked. Nobody says, I'm sorry, are you a felon? Nobody asks, have you ever been involuntarily treated under the ITA, the Involuntary Treatment Act? In other words, as dangerous to self or others and mentally ill? Nobody asks that. Young person, nobody asks, let me see your ID. I want to see if you're 21 for for a handgun or 18 for a long gun. Nobody asks that at all. No questions asked. That's why these gun shows exist. Okay? So I said, look, guys, you got reasonable bills, I got a reasonable bill too. You want to be reasonable? I'll be reasonable. Until they are, I'm not. We liberals are too damn reasonable. we lose because we don't play hardball with these guys. So I'm playing hardball. They don't like it.